Yo, what's good? It's D Scaladallo, and I'm here with this UFC 225 analysis and prediction. This is a really good card, pretty stacked card from top to bottom. I'm gonna do the five fights on the main card. First fight, CM Punk versus Mike Jackson. Now, every now and then, UFC they like to get on their Bellator shit, and do fights strictly for money. Yeah, and you thought that was gonna be it, with the first one with CM Punk, but they trying to squeeze they trying to squeeze what they can get out of him. To break this fight down, we really don't even know what CM Punk is capable of. He got annihilated in his first fight. Didn't really do anything. And Mike Jackson, he got annihilated by the same dude as well. But there's more footage on Mike Jackson. From what I've seen with Mike Jackson, he actually has decent striking. He's actually a decent striker. I think he's gonna have a great advantage on the feet against CM Punk. I'm sure CM Punk he's gonna want to try to take this fight to the ground. I don't know how successful he's gonna be doing that. But for my prediction in this fight, I'm gonna go with Mike Jackson by TKO in like the second round. I think he'll just pick CM Punk apart, on the feet. I don't think CM Punk will have anything for him on the feet. His best chance is gonna be to try to wrestle him down. I don't think he has the wrestling to do that. So I'm gonna say Mike Jackson by TKO in the second round. Next fight we have Andre Arlovski versus Tai Tuivasa. Now you have Tai Tuivasa, young upcoming fighter out of Australia. Really powerful striker. You have Andre Arlovski. He's the veteran, former heavyweight champion. He's been riding a nice little win streak himself. Yeah, this is a pretty good test for Tuivasa. He's getting a step up, but he's not getting thrown to the wolves. Andre Arlovski, he's a veteran fighter. And he's still skilled. He's out of his prime, but he is coming off a win over Stephen Struve and Junior Albini, so he's still formidable. This fight will be a striking match. Both are strikers. Tai Tuivasa, he does have that knockout power, but Andre Arlovski, he had knockout power as well. But in this fight, I think Andre Arlovski, his experience is gonna come into play. He's gonna be able to stay clear of the heavy shots from Tai Tuivasa. Tuivasa, he likes to throw heavy elbows from the clinch. And he's just a berserker. But I think Andre Arlovski, he fights with more finesse. So for my prediction with this fight, I'm actually gonna go Andre Arlovski by decision. Tai Tuivasa, he can get the knockout. He can get the knockout. I think if he does, it'll come early, first round. If he does win, I won't be surprised. But I think Andre Arlovski, with his technical striking ability, and his experience, I think he's gonna win this fight by unanimous decision. Third fight, we got Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson making her debut. Both fighters are strikers. Megan Anderson, she fought mostly in Invicta. She hasn't fought anybody on the level of Holly Holm. But her style, she's a striker, very tall, very long. She's very athletic too. And Holly Holm, we know what she's capable of. She has that boxing and kickboxing experience. It's gonna be interesting to see her fight somebody longer than her. Megan Anderson is very long. She's about 6 feet. She's gonna have a 4-inch reach advantage. So it's gonna be interesting to see that. I think Holly Holm is the better striker. I think she's gonna be more craftier. She's gonna have more of that high level experience. And she has fought in her boxing career. She has fought someone the size of Megan Anderson. So she does have experience fighting people at that length. This is gonna be a striking match. Both are kickboxers. But Megan Anderson, she's coming off a huge layoff, and to come off that huge layoff and fighting a fighter caliber of Holly Holm, I can't see her really winning this fight. So I think I'm gonna go with Holly Holm in this fight by decision. Now for the co-main event, you have an interesting fight, welterweight interim title fight. Rafael dos Anjos versus Kobe Covington. This is an interesting fight. Kobe Covington, he has that high level Division 1 All American wrestling. His striking is actually decent, I believe. A lot of people rave on him for his striking, but I think he has decent striker. He has a pretty good, very varied attack. Doesn't have a lot of power really striking, but he does throw a nice variety of attacks. He throws low kicks, he throws high kicks. He throws spinning back fists. So he won't be afraid to mix it up with Rafael dos Santos, but he definitely is going to be looking to use his wrestling. He's really gonna he's really in this fight gonna be looking to put that pressure and constantly just wrestle, and just drain him in this fight. I don't think he wants to, fight a prolonged striking match against Rafael dos Santos. And we know Rafael dos Santos comes from a jiu-jitsu background, jiu-jitsu black belt, but mainly he's turned into a phenomenal Muay Thai specialist. Very good combinations, very aggressive, very aggressive, and he likes to mix it up too. I don't think he's gonna wrestle with Kobe Covington. He's gonna have a good advantage on the feet, so he'll be looking to keep the fight standing. But he does have that jiu-jitsu to fall back on, and I think in this fight it would be useful for him to try to catch Kobe Covington, with a submission. As Kobe is gonna be aggressively looking for the takedown. So I think, just like Warley Alves did, Rafael dos Santos, I think in his camp he should be drilling the guillotine. I think because Kobe Covington is gonna come aggressively, trying to wrestle with him. So I think Rafael dos Santos, he should try to catch him with a guillotine in this fight. Kobe Covington, he's gonna try to do what Khabib did to Rafael dos Santos. Rafael dos Anjos. He's gonna try to wrestle the hell out of him. And it might make for a boring fight. I can see this during boring if Kobe fights his usual style. Like if he fights his usual style before the Damian Maia fight, it could be a boring fight. So for my prediction with this fight, I'm gonna go Rafael dos Anjos. I'm gonna go Rafael dos Anjos by submission. I think he's gonna catch him with a submission. I'm gonna say first or second round. Now for the main event, we have Robert Whitaker versus Yoel Romero, a rematch. First match was hotly contested. Very close matchup. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what adjustments Yoel Romero makes in this fight. We know Yoel Romero, Olympic wrestling silver medalist. So he has that. He has that in his back pocket, and his striking has come a long way. Coming off that knockout over Rockhold. To me, Yoel, even at his age, I think he's the most athletic person in the UFC. Even at that age, he's still, I think, clearly the most athletic person. Robert Whitaker is extremely good as well. Very, very intelligent, high IQ fighter. Very good striker. Phenomenal takedown defense. Even though Yoel Romero was able to take him down a few times, he was able to eventually get up from bottom. Very strong takedown defense. Very powerful striker. Really good left hook that Robert Whitaker has. Has a very good high kick as well. He throws that high kick. Very accurate with it and very sneaky with it. For this fight, I think it's gonna be on Yoel Romero to make the adjustments in this fight, and I suggest the adjustments he make is to not wrestle in this fight. Because I feel like in the last fight that kind of gassed him out a little bit. When you seen Robert Whitaker had more gas in the last couple rounds. Because Yoel Romero, he kind of pushed the issue a little bit against Robert Whitaker, and Robert Whitaker is known for really good takedown defenses. So I think he needs to not wrestle in this fight. I think he needs to throw more kicks, especially attacking that lead leg. Those side oblique kicks really took effect on Robert Whitaker, so I think he should definitely attack that lead leg more and really use those leg kicks to set up other attacks. Set up a high kick or set up a flying knee. I think he can definitely. I think he has the ability to finish Robert Whitaker. Robert Whitaker has been finished before, and I think Yoel Romero definitely has the power to finish him. And if Yoel Romero wins this fight, I think is going to be coming by knockout if he does. Robert Whitaker, for what he's going to have to do, you know, utilize those front kicks again. Those front kicks really were effective in his last fight against Romero, and use his kicks and follow up with punches. I think that's where most of his success came with his striking. When he kicked and then followed it up with punches, he was able to catch him, with that left hook a little bit in that fight, and really just push the pace. Because we know Yoel Romero, he likes to pace himself. So I think Robert Whitaker needed to take the center out of the octagon and really make Yoel work. Really push the pace and really keep a good work rate. And I think Robert Whitaker can win that fight. For my prediction with this fight, this is a close matchup.